What would you do if you could get back over 15 hours per week in your schedule? Would you spend more time with friends, family, or in your relationship with God, or even going to the gym, or maybe even catching up on some of that much needed sleep that you've needed? In this video, I want to go ahead and share 3 simple techniques that I personally have used and loved that have helped me save over 15 hours in my schedule per week. And I truly believe that if you guys adopt one, if not all of these strategies, it can save you guys an incredible amount of time in your day-to-day schedule. So with that, let's go ahead and start off with number 1. Limit the amount of time you spend watching TV alone. It's said that adults in the United States spend over 3 hours per day watching TV. If you do the math on that, that's 21 hours per week and about 93 hours per month. For context, that's about 4 full days each month just watching TV. One thing I found really helpful in cutting back on the amount of time watching Netflix or Hulu is not necessarily by cutting out TV altogether, because I really do believe that you can get a lot of entertainment and joy and satisfaction from watching these things. But one of the tips and things that I've found to be really helpful is just by cutting out as much as you can the amount of time that you spend watching it alone and substituting that with the times of when you're watching with other individuals and utilizing it as an opportunity to spend intentional time together. Depending on your situation, this can save you a significant amount of time every single month, which can really free you up to do a lot of the other things that you've wanted to get done. But I get it. Some of you might say that that's your precious time and it's a time to unwind and to recharge and get rest. I get it. So what I'm saying is just to limit it. I'm not saying to cut it out entirely, but I'm saying this is a really good opportunity to cut back just a little bit. You see, I'm actually somebody who actually enjoys watching TV and sports and things like that, but somebody said a quote to me that really has stuck with me to this day. What they said was along the lines of this: how can I spend all this time watching all these men and women on the screen chasing and pursuing their dreams while I'm delaying and procrastinating on my own? Number 2. Stay organized. No matter how many apps or calendars or journals that you keep, it's impossible to stay entirely organized. But when we live disorganized lives, the price that we pay is often lost time. The time that you spend looking for your wallet for the 3rd time this week, or the time you spend looking for your keys, or even the time spent wandering around the grocery store for an hour because you don't have a list that you came in with. Now, these are just a few examples, but when you take all of those instances and you multiply it throughout the days and throughout the week, it can really add up. And the time wasted as a result of being disorganized continues to grow. There's a quote that I heard, and it goes like this: getting organized is easy, but staying organized takes discipline. And I think that this is often so true. It's not just about getting organized, but staying organized. Staying organized is so important, and it can buy you so much time throughout the days, weeks, and months. Number 3. Delete social media apps from your phone. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when apps are on my home screen and easily accessible, I am more likely to click on them. It's that simple. And one click seems harmless, but as we all know, one click can lead to several hours of wasted time throughout a day. And what I'm not saying is to delete your social media entirely or to delete all of your social media apps, though those might be more powerful techniques. What I am saying, though, is to remove the apps so that anytime you want to use it, you either have to go to the computer to use it or you have to re-download the app. What you're doing here is you're creating friction. You're creating a little bit of resistance instead of just having it be an easy way of just opening up your phone and being able to scroll through that app. You're making it a little bit more difficult to go into that app and to scroll through it and to waste time. You have to be more intentional about the decision of going into that app and spending time there, as opposed to just doing it out of force of habit or because you're bored. I would say that out of the 3, this could be the most difficult one to do, but can have an incredibly high payoff when it comes to saving time. And nothing's to say that you can't re-download those apps. You can always get them back on your phone, but if you feel like you're spending too much time on those apps, consider just getting rid of those apps just for a day or a week or a month and see what happens. See how much time you get back in your day and how most people won't even realize you deleted the app in the first place. And a great thing about this too is that what typically happens is over time, you'll no longer miss the app and you would have found other things to do and to fill your time with. But guys, I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with things like watching TV or utilizing the apps that we have on our phone. Just ensure that you're utilizing them in moderation and you're utilizing boundaries as well. But as I say all this, I think it's very important to have a game plan as to what we're going to go to when we feel the urge to fall back into some of the bad habits that we've developed. So if you haven't already, I'd recommend that you guys check out my past video where I talk about some of the productive things that you can do instead of doing things like scrolling on your phone. If you guys like this video, feel free to leave a like to support the channel. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe as well. I always appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.